Now on World Wrap, UK voters head to the polls in a general election widely expected to emphatically return the opposition Labour Party to power and end nearly a decade and a half of Conservative rule. Britain's political leaders made a frantic push for votes late Wednesday in the last hour of campaign. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak insisted in a closing speech to supporters that the contest was not over, while conceding he was the underdog. Now, polls show his centre-left party set for its first general election win since 2005, making Keir Starmer the party's first prime minister since Gordon Brown in 2010. Now, it will represent a swing leftwards for the UK after almost a decade and a half of right-wing Conservative governments dominated first by austerity, then Brexit, and now a cost of living crisis. For more on this, I'm joined by our international correspondent, Afia Hagen. Hello, Afia. It's nice of you to join us. So, Afia, if you can hear me, can you bring us up to speed with happenings and what the atmosphere is like in the UK, with the elections underway?
Seen lots of people going in to cast their vote. Everybody has to bring a voter ID to be able to do that for the first time in a general election. When I was out and about in the streets of London yesterday, I actually have been all this week talking to people, and what I'm hearing from people is that they really want a change, and that doesn't necessarily mean that people will vote for Labour, or although we are pretty sure that they are going to have the majority in Parliament. But lots of people saying that they want a change, that they want something different because of the reasons that you've mentioned, especially the cost of living crisis, the state of the NHS, issues like immigration and geopolitics, the war in Israel, Gaza, and the war in Ukraine that the UK is involved in. So yes, where I am, very busy and people coming out to vote.
All right, Afia, you talked about the people really wanting a change. Now, a lot of predictions, seem to be in favour of Labour candidate Keir Starmer at this point. Do you think the Conservatives stand a chance of winning?
At this point, where we are with what the polls are predicting, it looks like Labour will get about 450 seats in Parliament. So our Parliament has 650 seats. You need to get just over half, so that's 326, to have a majority, to be able to make a majority government. And at the moment, it looks like Labour are predicted to get 450 of those seats. Some people calling that a super majority. At this point, for the Conservatives, it's far too late for them to be able to gain some ground. The past 14 years have taken its toll on the United Kingdom and taken its toll on voters. And so it looks like it is going to be a huge swing to Labour and a huge swing to the left, and we will see the Conservatives in opposition this time tomorrow.
All right, Afia. Now, talking about the cost of living crisis in the UK, do you think that Starmer's manifesto will lead the UK to a better economy that's reversing 15 years of regression?
And that's a really good question. That's what everybody wants to know. What is Keir Starmer going to do differently that's going to reverse our fortunes? Like, everybody had a downturn after the COVID-19 pandemic, but the UK is the slowest growing economy in the EU, and everybody wants more money in their pockets, less inflation, things to be cheaper, to be paid more. Keir Starmer's policies don't differ too much from the Conservatives. The talk is actually that perhaps the Labour Party will put up taxes, and by putting up taxes we may have better public services, more money for the National Health Service. So Keir Starmer's got a lot to do in his first 100 days. He's got a lot to show the United Kingdom of how things will be better. But like I said, the policies of the Labour Party don't differ too much from those of the Conservative government. But people are so hungry for change and hungry for a different things that he will speak out of this government.
All right, well, thank you so much, Afia, for that update.